Hello and welcome to the next chapter in our ongoing series of tutorials that will help familiarize you and improve your skills in Correll PaintShop Pro Photo X2 Ultimate. My name is Robert Correll. In today's short lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a vignette frame in PaintShop Pro. This is a photo of my son Ben. The photo is really nice. He's very in focus and sharp and clear, and it's just a really nice picture of him. The background, however, it's got some people sitting down, shadows, a bench, and it's just distracting. It doesn't add to the photo at all. This is a great example of when to use a vignette frame to hide that background and create a really cool artistic frame for the photograph. First, select the selection tool and change the type to ellipse to create a nice traditional vignette with an ellipse cutout. And then replace mode is fine. And the feathering will create a smoother transition between the vignette and the photograph. So increase that for a smoother transition, reduce it to 0 for a sharp line. So I'm going to put that at 45 and we'll see how that works. Now the actual number of pixels, the effect it has, depends on the size of the image. So 45 for a 10 megapixel image is going to be a little different than for a 12 or a 15 or 20 megapixels. Okay, our ellipse begins at the click point. So I'm going to center my mouse on his face, click and hold the mouse button down, and drag my ellipse to where I want it. Now if you cut that ellipse off at the bottom of the picture like I'm doing now, you're going to have a weird looking vignette. So select none and just start over. That's looking closer. If you get close, you can actually right click on the selection and drag that around. That looks like an egg, so I'm going to keep trying until I get it right. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to let it go, right click and just drag to position it exactly where I want it. This creates a selection right around his face. The next step is to invert it. Choose Selections, Invert. Now everything but his face can be filled with a color. I'm right-clicking on my Layers palette, creating a new raster layer. OK, and now click on your foreground and stroke properties and select a color you want to use to fill this extra space. And I've chosen a nice blue here. Choose the Flood Fill tool, and with the transparent layer on top selected, click in the area that you want filled. And you can see the effect of the feathering. It's got a nice smooth transition from the solid color to the photograph. Select None gives us the final appearance. Now, I wouldn't print this out, but I would print a 5x7 picture out. So we want to crop this down to remove all the excess. Select the crop tool, choose the dimensions you would like or the aspect ratio. So 5x7 is a nice photo print size, and you can see how it's a little bit wonky. So I need to rotate that and then enlarge it. Make sure that Maintain Aspect Ratio is still clicked here. Enlarge that so that you get everything you need to. Now if it doesn't work, like you can see here, just barely getting it all, you might need to change the orientation. So 4x6, let's see how that works. That might actually even be worse. See, that's a little bit narrower than a 3x5 or a 5x7. Let's go to 8x10, rotate that. That's going to work pretty well. Now that is not the actual print size necessarily, but if you keep this specify print size checked, it will be. And then your resolution gets changed. Otherwise, uncheck specify print size, and you're just basically cropping to the right aspect ratio. Center that, and then double click to crop, and there you've got the finished vignette frame. That's about it for this lesson. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.